TIA's 2014 Network of the Future Conference is happy to welcome Jayanta Dey, CTO Global Media and Telecom, Wipro. Good to see you today.
Good afternoon.
What are the investments that Wipro is making in SDN and NFV?
SDN and NFV is a strategic initiative for Wipro's Global Media and Telecom business unit. We have assigned some of our best architects and subject matter experts to this strategic initiative. There are two main areas where we are making our investments. The first is in contribution to standards. We are members of ONF for SDN and for ITSI for NFV. And in addition to that, we are also members of TM Forum. And currently for NFV, we are contributing to the management and orchestration specification. Similarly, we are participating in the TM Forum Catalyst program, which is currently in progress in Nice, France. There we are showing integration of how an existing OSS can integrate into an SDN NFV environment. And the second area where we are making our investments is in building solution accelerators for SDN and NFV, and based on open source technologies like OpenStack and Open Daylight.
How is SDN NFV affecting our industry, and how are you aligning your investments regarding the changes?
So we see three significant trends in our industry. The first is with respect to the digital transformation that is taking place. The second is with respect to the data monetization gap, where the CapEx and OpEx spend of telcos continue to outpace their revenue growth. And the third is the new revenue opportunities which telcos can generate from addressing the various vertical markets, whether it is manufacturing, retail, or media as examples. And SDN NFV can really act as an accelerator for the digital transformation that is taking place. It will help telcos find meaningful solution to the data monetization gap, and it will also help telcos give telcos the service agility to address vertical markets.
Security is very important for software-defined networking. Please explain this technology approach.
So incidentally, I was yesterday in a panel discussion on security implications of SDN, where I did share my views on this particular topic. Now, SDN by design is based on the principle of consolidation of trust. If you look at a traditional network, the network and security functionality is distributed throughout the network. So the attack surface area is quite large. However, in a SDN network, the network intelligence is consolidated in a controller, and so the surface attack area is relatively small. But having said that, due to the centralization, the controller becomes a central point of failure, and also it becomes a high asset value which can be targeted by hackers. But having said that, let me take an analogy here. We all store our money not in our homes but in a bank, which is a highly visible target of attack. But the reason why banks deter attacks is because banks are highly secure, both from a technology and from a operational point of view. So per se, centralizing of the SDN controller is not a bad thing. We just need to ensure that the controller is robust by following good software engineering practices, and in addition to that, security by design needs to be integrated into the SDN controller. There are other aspects with respect to SDN security, which is with respect to applications and with respect to network virtualization of network functions, which I did cover in yesterday's panel discussion, but probably that takes a much longer time to discuss actually.
Tell us about the stages of adoption of SDN and NFV.
So over the last year, what we have seen are proof of concept for both SDN and NFV. But now we do see a distinct trend by the various ecosystem players making R&D investments to build industrialized SDN NFV systems. In my view, the mobile packet core and the IMS core are the ones which will migrate to an SDN NFV environment. And similarly, the CPE devices and the CDN networks are other good candidates for virtualization. We believe that base station moving to an SDN NFV environment will take some more time because of the complexity involved. And in my view, it is another 2 to 3 years before we see the actual rollout of SDN NFV products in a production environment.
Another pillar of your business approach is the ubiquitous enterprise. How does this relate to SDN NFV?
The expectation of an enterprise user is that the enterprise is always available and is accessible from anywhere and from any device. Now, SDN NFV is a great enabler for creating this always-on enterprise. So far, cloud and networking have followed different and independent technology paths. With SDN NFV, we will see the true integration between cloud and networking. Enterprise workloads will be able to move seamlessly between on-premise data center, private cloud, and public cloud by making use of SDN NFV technologies.
Thank you very much for being with us today.